authority of the District Chief Executive of Amansia Central, Emmanuel Obin Ajeman. According to the patterns we observed, miners were said to be paying 3,000 Ghana cedis for every chanfan machine, one leg as it is termed, while others pay 30,000 Ghana cedis and more for every excavator in usage. Our investigation also uncovered receipts and warrant stickers being issued to guarantee uninterrupted illegal operations when payments were made.
The whole issue, I don't want to police for them. If you go back, you know, so more years more for the senior, and more and the one that will miss it. Started at 700. 700 million. So if I were to go, and when I'm not talking about from fast with
These allegations demanded the deeper inquiry, but our strongest evidence came from a recorded phone call with the district chief executive. In the tape, he confirms that the task force collects monies and that it operates under his instructions.
Assembly may as DC, Mama na Flapping and so on. On our mining desk officer. It is a Aquanian, Yan and dia fine, ye can't want. And I'm going to say, the Benya already complains here. Or started Maui almost 1 month on one leg. Miners are on when you encounter. Ah, my friend, almost 20. One more friend encounter. Obi a wa frɛ me bia ni ho a me ma people ndi afrɛ malam me ka kyerɛ ne sɛ ene ne nkɔkasa na yama ne 2 minutes on di.
It is at this point that we confirm the cash payment in exchange for Galamsey. Undercover, we infiltrated the Jacobu Township, the seat of the district assembly, posing as illegal miners operating at Eskesu, one of the mining communities. It is time for us to uncover the loot. We secretly filmed every process and navigated the community on motorbikes. The assembly is where we intend to make payments and confirm every illegal mining scandal. Our undercover operation led us to Philemon, a receptionist at the district assembly. He greeted us and with apparent willingness agreed to help us procure a warrant sticker for our Galamsey operation. He called one district engineer who would later send us contact to the mining desk officer himself.
Afternoon. Good afternoon.
Boss Macho, okay, your baby chia stick out.
Okay, chia stick out. Enti, onim, mame, mame name is Officer Linkasawai. It is no matter the man and I'm money in the Panakasawai.
All right.
Yeah, just stick out.
Hours passed as we waited for the mining desk officer and leader of the task force, a man known interchangeably as Red, Malam or Nana, who also served as the community's chief imam. Our wait was prolonged because he was reportedly out on an operation collecting the tax from illegal miners. Payments were allegedly collected on Mondays and Wednesdays alone. Later, we managed to speak with the head of the mining desk on phone. He confirmed the 3,000 Ghana cedi payment for chamfan machines and instructed us to wait for his arrival, which was very uncertain.
Pacho ba ko ni ede abaso fa. Pacho chamfan ba ko.
Chamfan na oka.
Pacho ani.
One leg no.
Pacho ani.
We have about that bro.
Pacho
the fire guy
the fire.
No the fire guy.
E becha na ke pesi ko be pikakra.
45 minutes to 7 minutes.
Wow. Asemo. Lukina kabekwa ni ntumi nhia o. Because e be say ke kokuma ase.
Okay, bra. E be on be ba me no be sha.
It's weird you would say that a state that has called, irresponsible mining terrorism is then at the same time facilitating this through what is seemingly even state sanctioned, right? Because there are receipts that are involved. It means that the state infrastructure is accounting for its support and its own implications into it. So it's a strange arrangement where the state now is in itself an illegal miner.
Our investigation points to serious breaches of the law by state officials entrusted to protect the public. Under the Minerals and Mining Act 2006, Act 703, facilitating or providing cover for illegal mining constitutes a criminal offense. Evidence gathered shows that officials who offered protection and collected payments may have crossed the line from regulators to accomplices. These actions potentially violate the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29, which criminalizes corruption and abuse of public office, as well as the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921, which prohibits unauthorized collection of public funds. The conduct of the District Chief Executive also raises questions under the Local Government Act 2016, Act 936, while the environmental damage may contravene the Environmental Protection Agency Act 1994, Act 490. With our investigation at the Assembly corroborated, we proceeded to some of the illegal mining sites at Eskesu. Here, the environmental destruction is starkly evident. Farmlands are gone, water bodies choked with sediment. At Eskesu, we met some illegal miners who detailed the exact process for making payments for Chamfal machines.
One machine money about 20,000.
Into no excavator bako
30,000. 30,000. 30,000.
What's that?
One, this will put a million, no book my doing 50,000, 60,000. Wow.
And I Chamfal
That's a local and no graduate from a young but this year in Africa. From your Saturday again, or money, but this year, no master to be able to buy. No master to be.
When we have one policy, excavate at 3,000 and one policy managed by
your policy, a best system. Not just the NPP power, the system. Also, on my new program, saying a blast was a no for the argument is a wish you cannot. Some I say, I don't yes here. I'm going to get the phone number. I don't say that I'm saying the end person. So, I assembly, I'm passing the reverend.
The president needs to crack the whip on MMDCs within their localities. They are the superintendent heads of whatever happens at the local level. And mind you, Galamsey is not happening in Greater Accra. It's happening in the hinterlands. The communities where these MMDCs are caretakers and they hold power within that locality.
The consequences of this alleged extortion is palpable. While the country grapples with the Galamsey crisis, the Amansia Central District becomes a microcosm of how corruption can paralyze progress. This miner, Kofi Usu, angry yet helpless, told us that his men were arrested because he hadn't paid to register his machines.
And the bed is coming, Makulata, more than 3 hours. That time I'm about before best at 9:30 to 8 o'clock to I have back but and now almost my 3,000. My receipt in your forgery paper. 5 days required December January. Now what are there 1 year 30 million now 5 days 2 months.
How much is 30 million?
3,000. Me almost me bra. One machine you have 3,000. One machine you have 3,000. Me mopa me contract mu enko jabu let's straight walk. Me red. Me just red. Ona bi kama me o se na yan fan red ya fan na imam. E ko si aye na ye divide here say. In say e pa na tutu na ba wo so obebu awo de. Say na nka ya sempa. Ye nya ye decide say a month or so 2 million. Yeah. Maybe you me there. So what you say? Ah, you know say, Odo to be at the obin feature and some high give. Any 2 weeks or any week to go and rent goes by. Red the catcher, yes, as for one woman as soon. National security.
At his site, the extent of destruction is overwhelming. Forest reserves torn apart, farms buried under mud. Yet, he operates freely because he has paid to destroy the land.
Police 2, Police 2 almost 74. I didn't say you know police for me. Look up. Banya police in the show red Nankasana. So we are not doing my police. Then they say in Cassiasi.
Now we need to know.
Oh, you have 3,000 and no Mujano. As I don't say, I say, make black men. Or no, so I'm going to put your machine and the machine for so. And Sana or Mujawa.
At Mile 9, one of the communities near the Koboro section of the Apapama Forest Reserve, the sounds of these Shamfan machines are loud. We pose as new miners seeking guidance. These 2 illegal miners welcomed us with the frankness of people long accustomed with working outside the law.
I didn't do no much.
On track me and had your bunch and one of Jacob. And I quite a cocoa chair. The transfer said, Obia Moyadama said, or more tackle this beer, or more Bagiscan as it is.
I took 3,000. Mutubuko 3,000. Purchase of 1 leg sticker for 3,000.
As we arrived at the assembly for yet another attempt to complete our payments, we met a woman seated quietly in front of the building. What looked like an ordinary visit would soon reveal a story that exposed the cruelty of the system we had come to investigate. She was an illegal miner. Her machines had been seized earlier this morning, and like many before her, she had come here in desperation, not for justice, but for permission.
Now, oh, yeah, my yeah, where's this?
I said, this will kind of good. Small channel.
1 leg.
I bet you man has someone a mobile.
Yeah, I think I never shall say.
According to me, so we said, the machine is here. This might be trying to be trained.
And to my
She told us that the district chief executive himself had directed her to return only after seeking approval from Red, the very man orchestrating the illegal collection.
The price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land. The price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land. The price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land. The price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land. The price is
All right. Manfo. Ama muni na kwaba. Edeba and the political zone. So yeah, late there. And so it's better late than never. Sometimes I say Obashe dry cha na Obashe demucha na UCC no. Minini breaking news to be another person ka me break no ha. But unfortunately, no meant me so much confirmation. Ain't no metran na nyame adoma Friday. Yeah, the name na album na ya no fine. And then Wednesday. I believe say US there on the Canada, some parts of US. I feel now about 1246 what I say. Me jidi say Ghana so about 546 Ekobo 6 ewo. Me ma akwaba TikTok for mo hwe me mesre mo say mo beta tap screen so and mo fa me ko 50k why and mo ma yendu 50k I am for likes number unya mo kan say rules and fam fa tap na bra na ja comment na share na repost too so far nipa me nipa na repost too enye nika why menye otamfo babetra wo hwe me ne de so obo ame na page ni to meko nti mon repost to na mon share enfant to baby asesemo de toto. I'll come back and give a shout out Facebook for any YouTube for so mesra mo said ada me kan no se mo enja comment ya me hu na metumi aye den akan mesra mo o hwe me Facebook o hwe me YouTube so when enja comment ya me hu na metumi aye den metumi akan na mama akwa abakra po di aba program no so eno nti mesre let us do the needful say your core trending issues asena you to me share there and the moba Felix Apia political zone so the best say mo betumi a share e dey amaye ene anke jebi anka me dey ba no me bebe ya na menya nte say ye jai Kofi Ofosun cancer because I believe say some of you who know me there you know the relationship with me and him, a very strong brotherly love relationship away in them. And I've said it here countless times. Say Sankayinya Ofosun cancer so 10. I want another member more. I don't think Sanko position crano and KB Hubi. But unfortunately, Uncle Banasa. Now, and then answer na me like me de kakrebi gu John Mahama so no. They must spelling it wrong there be one. SAOP there be SOAP. Never. It's if for mama me try there right now. As a may I mistake. Sometimes I need to. Okay, then on SOAP. Right. My mind was playing tricks on me. Yeah. Answer na meka sa asem dia me pese meka ne say I strongly believe say ebrena ba say Ghana for ye be jai sa me do me party tantan na NDC for ye no na yen ka no kre yen se kire yesen yen fan kire NDC for ebio one year won sorry na MPP ni NDC ni na the same no maka chem sa afi we ye mamon keka sa ansem no cause enye no kre NDC National Democratic Congress NPP a New Patriotic Party a different ebio ye kan bra almost ankrofo mienu ni na aba bebo a ana sa party mienu ni na bebo a NDC cannot compare their 28 years or 32 years with anything that the NPP has done. It cannot be compared. It's like comparing day and night. There is no correlation in that. Because me ye bapeni me mama no ma wo yen no me de abusu efie jaye yet say efie ne say me se yen ko bisa akola ketwa na ono mo wo ne ncheye no now NDC especially with John Mahama has showed us time and time without number say they are not you
ekua yibo opepe bi say de beboa Ghana ama Ghana ye den Ghana etumpon de bia metena me page kito ya so maka kire mu say wo ye Ghana ni na wadwene ye wo say NDC aban bi a ebeba no de some sort of development be there ba me nua just say you are wasting your vote. Any omumu, they know how to organize a political party 100%. Say yeah, organize a political party. Omunimiye. Enuntina Malik Basenteli, to me Janaka say 5K men, not 5K men aba. For them, they are forever. It's not like MPP near Obekachan say, I need 5K men at Obra Sport. They will ask you, so what are we going there for? MPP ni no obedwene member of Brass Sport dey na ye koye no but NDC ni nyaka se basenteli be wo and one that's it they are sold. And since time immemorial and Crawford went to me for baby papa bia positively John into me man be affected Ghana any ye say be akwantua ye too. Now esan say John Mahama memwo only mubuo na omoye incompetent inti. And the incompetence starts from John Mahama himself. They be a mekana ha say ope president ya wabon president ya onim the left and right president ya onim dia all ye do ni man say ya to aba man say president ya John Dramani Mahama. Critical thinking unkra ba akokro de ye adwuma. Sebium prediasa said the American person on me be ye adwene. One, me coach. Yes, me selection in fan ball. Me tell why Intia Mahama doesn't have any direction. Okay, me tell the Intia. Me coach. Yes, ball. Me selected players be at the ball me first match. And you know, bro me poto. Yes, me go kra na nse yes me kra no. Sebe almost shame me. And I'm say ye be second match. Me pato coach papa. Sebe onyan sesaye kakra ewo mu. Obeyen sesaye adentia. Obehwe the weak links na ewo team no mu no. Ebra odi omo ball first match no because entumi mba say players ni na mo number there be. Utie entumi yes the players ni na mo number. Me see so me who politics, me who Ghana politics. Me who aban bi a wenya bibia correct that there be correct. President Rollins onya some correct, onya some wrong. President Kufuor onya some correct, onya some wrong. Ya Papa Mills onya some correct, onya some wrong. It is only John Mahama na no matter the amount of time I would the man he is not able to rescue himself. It is only John Dramani Mahama, John Dramani Mahama. No mistake ya why no osan ye ni biu. Oka sometimes ya na NDC for regional unity no mu ye dede. Na ya na me bi so mo say omo president no oka say ya omutia na. Ya na me pese mi. Because most of the things here ono eka. Most of the things here John Mahama eka no is something he has said in the past. Instead me say who your coach na okobobo. Now what selected fair selection akobo me ya poto. At least in your second coming no obesisemu kakra. No, they don't. They don't. Let's take somebody that was there during the 2013 Oba Finance Ministry. Now Atofos na a deputy finance minister taking care of operations. Munti ni yepa Mr. Atofos was the deputy finance minister. As the deputy finance minister for operations, near there na air cost sono. Your banks came crashing last week. Menamo your bank na yi. Emma Muhu he say, see a cast will be a good bank and will be or say bank here. Na ye John Dramani Mahama. And I made the Omo Kasa Omo IMF data. their IMF share Mahama say onye say omrana bank ya enye papa no ombe claim free ho oba ye no sign this sika ebe ma bank mpenny fo ni say womonje na bank mpenny fo ni di ye example pakwesi ndum example atwesien inti ma maw asenya maw example men nyina han kan kire me say unnim di America mo adwene nya adwuma wa ha na no pay e numri so am adwene nya adwuma. Now say offer Bank of Ghana annual report ya de bar 2014-2015 was when the collapse of the bank started. Me pachos that time no Bank of Ghana na nye MPP for na erane mesremo na ye NDC for na erane and omo anka so omo document mu no wo mo tro ye say banks na ye den egu banks ni bi de car ye ntua ye enu nti where would me suppose me sign boy be wa me say another typical example. And the typical example came from the man himself, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ebra na all kind the last state of the nation's address 2016. Oka power purchase agreement wasem uwiye and oka banking sector wasem. Na banking sector no I will quote or paraphrase or say due to lack of due diligence and supervision. Due to lack of supervision and due diligence, that is the word. Lack of supervision and due diligence, our banking sector has come down crashing. The government is working together with the IMF to find a sure way of resolving this problem. This is John Dramani Mahama. State of the Nation's Address 2016. Google ebeba the American ube hunu womu clear. Ebio Oba Power Purchase Agreement so 2015 State of the Nation's Address. John Mahama say no cre power purchase na ya ni take or pay no e prayen e kuyen enunti any World Bank ye juma yen hyehyeye together with the power minister Kwabena Donko na ya pe kwan a out of the 17 power budgets na ba ye no ye betwa mu 11 ye betwa 11 mu na ka 7 me pa cho enyame Felix Apia ena mekaye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama State of the Nation's Address 2015. Until let's move forward and progress. When it comes to the how do you call it, the money sector, and Crawford would you name for first match ni fairly, you know. As a smart coach, I will not repeat all of them. But this is a case, John Mahama too came and gave the place to somebody I know your deputy. When who know so trained to me and Mobra, I feel the Mahama say we're promoting his own and the finance minister himself. Cannot correct. Finance minister Ato Paulson. Parliament BA 2 years mune ye kwe. Mesre men ni matem. Let us use critical thinking today. Please. 2 years mune ye kwe. Can any NDC member down here tell me one policy? One. I don't need two. One policy that the finance ministry has been able to present to parliament here. Yet to me ready a pass amana beye lower elboy and Ghana and Neyana at the first and the other coy. Mama me bakope. Mama me sa policy in the day. Miss Remo, Makacham say ye niata, who de nyatre, who de did matem and nyatre. Okay. Who de did matem and nyatre, no problem. But me pese also who di matem no na or the wajene so ye den, or the wajene so ba. Me say NDC for Babemu January 2025. Okay, we are in February 2026. Mesrel NDC for Buomini ye, NDC for Momina Koye, Enunti smiling hopscotch within Krason Yede. I just want to beg you that give me one policy. Someone say Ato is forcing. You, yes, we agree. Ato is forcing. Ato is the best. Thank you so much. According to you, and yeah MPP and LA Foundation are more building on no and ya to forcing it's me pamucho and this for am me pamucho me sremo we dia me sremo me a me sremo and ya me de mamo de be na de me pamucho mumma me one policy to forcing as a finance minister and in the finance ministry and the akoto parliament ya kan ya ready ama ya implement ya adwuma edit some revenue bi na bibi ebre Ghana right now me patcho mama me one Bank of Ghana ehona making movement. What are the movements Bank of Ghana has made? Bank of Ghana say wo Ghana ni usika na ss anke di betua wo kokokua ni yedi tua wo teacher tua wo nurse no twanyansa ye wo opposition no ye ka kire Ghana for say ye ba ye be ma dollar na ba from so de me come no kakra na ye mfa say ska no enko hye dollar na emma yen government ni luku say ye bibi even though say ye ntumi ntuaka even though say ye ntumi mumai no so long as a Ghana for be say oh and omo ka say dollar na beba from ni na ye ba omi ahotan o tam so mu nimu nyansa enye didi atem the NDC say omo political like it will very low nyansa no will low when it comes to politics. Their political mind is very 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 shallow because you have cocoa farmers to pay, you have workers to pay, then you prioritize getting a cosmetic economy or a cosmetic currency. A currency ayasheshe no sebi nails ni eyelashes ni ade eno na wo pe e wo bra sebi o di ni wura dem na wutu na wege a wan hwe ya enye wakono oka san same way a Ghana for na wo mo na ese wo mo do Ghana na nko mo be dwene de aye kan ho ye no okay boy no ye MPP ni de boy sa boy we cry the boy we hu ye mehi de but asema boy ne kan eye no kro because eye no kre kire say enye koko okuafo nko na esu eno ni ade a ya na mo sam of mo betena ka say ya na ye mesere utie eso na agro real farmers womo edo banche womo edo den womo edo den obi esu sadly NDC ni kwasi ampani no ye floor member keke no ye man 40 Ghana data no or say men kantre wukue ni say even though say ye ntua wo koko sika o metifie ebinumu yare uniska odi omo beko no start up as a farmer because the dollar is down. Because ene koko akuafo koko market ya dollar na ba from no mu hu ye ene ye kwakasa ye nya aduane ndo dollar na ba from mu hu ye enti NDC for niamani na they've bubbled it into what we call the dollar na ba from dollar na ba from that is what they are running with uti that is what they are running with now. As a government, priorities matter. Me kwesi apia NDC for say my bodam no. Me ye kwasi ano. Me ye Jimmy Felix or ye Jimmy. Me ma me ne me papa omu onya ye so ni mo de mu fa ni na ma me no. Tell me what $14 billion Me mfani ni na nye den. Me mfani ni na nko she dollar. Because I don't control the dollar much. Because the America for decide they say, let us pay attention to our currency. Any deals and that's deals. We have gone back, we have signed, and we have renegotiated with them. That would make the American dollar a powerful money again. Right? Say America for any omo intawanta way it me solve no renegotiate here. The dollar or the American dollar is going to be stronger again because that's the mode of transaction, or that's the currency of transaction. Now, it's our time, no. What's the way in Tanzania? Are you going to be able to get $1.6 billion every month just to put in a currency? As a smart person, I would not do that. But NDC for say the papa. I keep telling you, sa party no, say modam, say ye mo wudia, say wum free abusunya tantan mu a, it will not be it will never be attractive to you. Any attractive amount. Because make we see ama border me. Men kofa $14 billion say me they koji 3 CD raise. Just as some we put just say and oh God, why? Somehow the NDC people want you to believe, say, Adi ane ha Ghana pa $1. Jesus Christ. Let's be honest. Let's be real. What was the full concentration of NDC's campaign? And your jobs. 24-hour economy. And no buy, and no say, no jobs, no own to me, ma we do man yet. Name boom, say me the dollar beba from you, me the dollar back from you. Oh, the dollar now perform at what expense? $14 billion and ye million cedis and ye $1 million billion in less than 2 years. Now do no more sorry no last na me can ha Monday no na dollar na da 14 and the dollar da 11. And after pumping $14 billion. No, Charlie. They don't care. You see, you are giving the fact, and NDC will still be standing and being under your post, writing nonsense, even when the fact is staring at us. NDC for Mujina Omo Trump kwasi asemi. Omo pa kire me say, so omo no mo $14 billion Not say $14 billion. Someone can some company no. The best just one aspect of the company more now. They will not do that for their own business. Okay, so what catch say? Mama $14 billion. Fakobo bra. Omo pa kire me so the $14 billion in abekwa kotoka abetinem. On try the other aspect of the life, Anna. On try na pumidi, Anna. Chale just that type of politics and na airtime. That type of politics does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. I was given 5,000 Ghana to go and better my life. On my way, that $5,000, if I had taken it home and come to me at Chichem, maybe we are. But me nam kwan so ameba na 5,000 no. Me dinini na akwa koto sa de we. Se me ka kire me ma no. Se meto sa de we. Enu nti scanner ye de ama me dinini na akoto sa de we. That should satisfy the kids. Now, don't blame the NDC riffraffs. That's what I call them. The riffraffs of NDC are omo asem no unim dia yeka. Dollar na yeka na asem no kra unim what makes the currency strong or not. There be unim. The unimane say omo say MPP for eka say into yeso yanko ka say into ono na asem na yeka no unim want you because sanka unim what $14 billion is on tina han kan kwasi asem. But just matter the American say. And this need to train or tremia or trunk as yasem now. No. Uti say onim what $14 billion is and count kasan kwasi yasem no. Onka. But on tia say two and funny home. Uti ono ne di ene say. Ono ne di ene say. One. Say MPP for will position her. That means say We have won over the account people. Yeah, the account for so. So he's not voting for development. There be. Or vote because according to Onono, Asantefo is too no. Asantefo is say. Asantefo is say. I'm a very Asantefo and two abam. That is all. Ubisan is identity on two abam Asantini. On to me now the exact identity on two abam Asantini. But according to Onona Junimono, with the account for so, they have won over their accounts. It is a winning account for so cranas and my best school abona a UK. And now I know what I say. Also for Abrobe. E warm. Eseshomo. Wakoton kwasiaba. Nebeti fie. Yentua ni koko ode ko yeka. Nenso enam kwasiaba okoto yenti. And so defending the votes. The incompetence Mahama. Ebinye. Because oye incompetent inti. He didn't know to say, Ato force me the call finance ministry. My first attempt, ofeli me. And until this time around, semema Ato force even appointment to cry. Share another space at the Nakoshe. But he decided to maintain Ato force and even raise him higher to the full minister. And maybe some question no. And this near Udi Matemu aha a simple. Tell me one policy since January 2025. Our finance ministry Edi Akwakoto Parliament ya debate a pass implement ya elbow Ghana financially ba kokre ni oba so obi atoro wa ha me. They can't write it. They can't. They come and tell you dollar abafom meboa. No problem. Then the cocoa farmer is seeking for raise. Cocoa farmer say yeah money raise. We so me be kai mo me pa cho nyame na me kai. Ato forcing Randy Abbey. Omo na yes our press conference we. Me sere mo me pa cho. NDC for him say mo de na no mo tigu mu sa na ejimi sem na it is allowed. It is allowed. Okay. Now you come into power. Ato forcing and then the finance ministry a failure we you know. Bank of Ghana say yato cocoa for aketiem than what MPP left you. Ahena modi aka home almost say the 220 saying moka say mo be my 6,000 7,000 almost ye can say ye be mamo 6,000 7,000 mum say no dollar no aba for me patcho say moka ya. So the issue was say dollar higher than aba form. Me patcho we so nyame na meka. I'm quoting NDC people. Udi matema udi wankasa onkro for natem. Because some no more can the American nyame na makotro beka. The American hey nyame na makotra mekan ha real. NDC Ato forcing any Randy Abbey say adukudinti a omuntumentu koko akuafo esikanimu kese ne say dollar na ba form me patcho me boa. Oh, me patcho hello, is somebody engaged here? Is somebody engaged here? Yeah, some okay, good. Then the same party now, me catch was omo yakwasiampa fu. And this na huna yezu eza omo na mo no. Omo jimi o. Kakra bia ni na da ho. Especially omo mugu social media na de omo yakwasiampa fu ama chese uje ni twia enyi. Ne de na se waba social media. Opeso yehunu se ono so aba, ono so ba ye no, ono so abetro bibi. Yeah, and I tell fellas and then me call fellas page so na me say ya boa. Na me ko didi na tem, na me ko didi Felix atem no ano no. enumere where did he the bill honorable sanko bebre 20 Ghana bill honorable adwuma na eno ano no but nyansa ni nitirim adentia dollar na aba fom nti na yentumi ntua kuafo high premium ekuani se asa okay yati ase ade echi ye na kuani ni tene ni radio on a NDC fo na gina so yi na dollar aba fom ene ye na dollar na aba fom ene ye na dollar na aba fom enti ebio obi a oye nyansani e nyansa ne adwenetri eti ne mu no na nani da ho no obebi sa say NDC mo promising ye 7,000 mo ntumi amfa amayen afei su mo say dollar na aba fom ninti ena mo ntumi emma ye increase yate ase ye nyane ya ade na mo ntumi ma ye increase say ye mo ana mo ye enti mo fa $14 billion edi a che dollar ama sidi na gina na mo ntumi antua yan kuafo na yakodo na mo promising ye say mo be ma ye 7 no mo ntumi antua ye ka na. That is what any smart individual will ask. Because now show me, they are taking credit for what? They are taking credit for the dollar coming down. Dollar na from yen ye ato is forcing. Ato forcing we ya no e twa no ho akoka kire kuafo ni say ye ka se abeba mo 6,000 yen tumi ma mo 6,000 because dollar na from onye before. Let's be honest. We say nye beye pa na say yade bi na we utirimu a. How on earth can you even make this make sense? Me a buy now me promise say cocoa farmer say me to high premium no. Makofa 14 billion dia share dollar ma dollar na gina. Say be cedi na gina. Asan ya twam ho abeka kire say because the dollar na say be dollar no aba for minti. Me ntumi ntua sa high premium na ma. Omo correct o. I'm correct. Me say oba Africa, oba wiase in total. Now per party se we 100 98 ejimi. They don't see beyond the next hour. NDC. And yet did the attempt, it is who they are. Remember two principles. Maybe I make communication. I'll go to health and I'll go to education. Then I'll end. But I want to give you way. Yansha DB. The entire makers our party no. Se wonye bayfo. Se wonye bodamfo. Se yantete atete kwa amra. Se wonye obi a wokra epe ade a tanya. NDC will never be attractive to you. They are demonic, manipulative, clueless, and on top of it, big time incompetent in whichever way. Very, very incompetent people. Very, very incompetent people. And because they have a lot of drobayas for drobayas, no adienu nkusia onko kain. Obi akwa kain so abeka jana, oh you are lying. You are lying, ezu. MPP opposition 100 years and no. Omo Jimmy o. Ghana for ye the name maybe dia grand ye pam na oh they are our brothers oh and then this no they are not. They are Satan incarnates. They are before party. A party empire de papa. A party a pemoja. Party a enkanokre. Party a yen nada for. That is NDC. It is the only party that came to power with no templates. Yet to cook and a buy and a baby D and say, Italy, they say power na boy and just like that. That is where they have been. Adena make us I mentioned the entire omunimunyansa na omuye demonic. The reason why they are not smart and the reason they are demonic. The preamble is what we call National Health Insurance Scheme. During President Kufuor National Health Insurance Scheme. On my bia wapomuden esuna wujina. Your wealth is your health, or your health is your wealth. NDC is the only political party. And the Gen Zs who don't know. Let me tell you what was happening in Ghana. Obayare, Yadobako Hospital. Yabamu wet to scar for card. Uniska yen shell. Near friend a cash and carry. Enunti, a nipa na ewo ewo hospital, na a door. Because uniska ubewu. This is a political party that has been in power for 19 years before MPP Foba. President Kufuor no say, me too kwan kwa bruchire no. Minim so mo be a friend health insurance. Adan na memfa health insurance ni bi mma. Na emmaboa ehiafo no adentia President Kufuor woni sika. John Mahama owoni sika. Atamels owoni sika. Rollins owoni sika. Nanado owoni sika. Inti so opeso okwa egburuchiri hospital kra obeko. And now health insurance is not something as I say MPP na deba. There be MPP is center right. Over America, you're Republicans. Okay, center right. One more social democrats here as I say the healthcare system. Edeba Ghana, NDC, we like the social democratic. But Shadio party now or say oh yeah here for party majority be demonic and very, very idiotic people. That is what I'm giving you the preamble. Party now is so no, and a day apomudin bano. When President Kufuor decided say yeah health insurance scheme, what did they do? They walked out of Parliament. Or say or no NDC ni no see or do here for no. On TSC say ya de yibi beba ya betiti scale go on the actual ni ayaresa omonde sa de ni nyadwene me pa atonya me na me kan ye NDC for na ye wo hu video ye wo hu evidence ye wo hu bibia NDC for na ni said they walked out of Parliament when President Kufuor brought to a national health insurance scheme. When the poor pomuden catch them make in the shortest and simplest form we are see a way one also made the pomuden dia me pema me dokono NDC for omupo apomuden on my benya fango ya your visibility studies be brave. The only party and the mine benya oil. Oil, even though say MPP for could discover in whatever no. And young kwan ye betu. Na say MPP for to cry, ye the bebo Ghana ho bra. Omun kwan NDC for kwan ku and the mine oil. Ye can almost say I don't go. Oil ain't mean PM free Ghana. Ghana they in Ghana. They don't even believe in the Ghana. Olden days no. Who rejects healthcare? Demons. Opese uwu. Opese uwu. Shade. Side note. Yawahanu musei. Ena Joy FM 4 call and cranfonu. Tama cholera eku nipa 240. John 50 and 258 actually. John Dramani Mahama was the president. Cholera. And cranfonu say. Tankers one ba no ma beji muskano. As the toilet no omun siesie so ma omo. Sisi aman kolani ni na cholera chichio. Adentia ye need toilet facilities. As at the time of John Mahama free office no. Not 13% of the population pay and an hour baby a Ghana. Ghana. The whole Ghana. 13% of the population pay and an hour toilet. And nun to say a bekaya. Ye no more yetenan kran kakra no. Ye free bibi Ghana Airways. Ghana Airways ne ye rubber bag na no mo de ton aduane no black ketwa no. Ai uye business gumu wi na wa chechire. Na wato ne fion na akoto baby. Na enu bi And now we name Harris Chapel Baptist Church. Ewo hachu. Ebre bi ya konse ye kodo da sorry da ho. Na ne ye wo sofukuma ba kwa ne friend Pastor Lawrence. Ena ye ni na ye do. Ana obi ato Ghana Airways ni bi. Ema abeto baby aye do no abeto ase. So for do he ni man fan so for do so for the oya do Pastor Lawrence try na me koko ase ni na me do. So for jinani sa so for peja na no se kan ya. Di ayeti ya ni bof. Hey! Na eji bof no na so for tie me ready mewu. So for dani nani na ya hwenani mu a so for anim ni na wudidi afa che me e bi ni se sra me bi nhyehyehye. So for akotwa bi. That was the nature of Ghana. Also for do obi aye ni business atoma na koto grass na se wehu. Also for akotwa mu bof. Nanim ni na asay. That was the state of Ghana. Then guess what? Abaina went to me and provided good defecation place. Amane buying and as amane maima omen yusuno. Abain bi buy na osi toilet here. You do okay. Toilet government. Moya toilet government. Baumia a toilet. Baumia a toilet government. Toilet vice president. And a toilet in Kwano Sisi. Omu ni munyansa. Enti NDC ni adwene mu no. Maye nsi toilet. Ya ma omu nene rubber bag mu. Omu nene apoano. Omu nene dam, omu nene kurabam. No mu kwatungu sebe gotem, yan kwatungu odonu mu. Na emfa mosquitoes. Emfa yare cholera. Embre nipa. Yendidi ni yengu. Enu mo ye better governance. Me say omo Jimmy. It's not politics. That is not politics. CFE, because government is not one size fits all. Obi oti is legal. Toilet and shed any problems, because if you be at least toilet room, except uncompleted muno. Tieni pa. Except those are uncompleted muno. But a place like Choco, they need toilet facilities. Because me a kwesi bi ankasa mani ehubi. Na omo ho no uduru a enya nkwada na nepo na no. I'm giving you honesty. So mo be ka no kra kire mo a enya nkwada na nepo na no. Ma me fo mpanifu ahwene egugu ya sen de atie nie. Onfere. Obeba be wro no ho. Ewo pona no. Ebie ni namu gbaga. Anne poto. Ewie de epunsuo ni bi ahohoro ne to. Asori akọ. Life is good. Onam kwanso na okona obi atobrodo ye ya omode ba no pay bi. Onko ohoro ne nsakra o. O ene ha makofi o ha na he. Na ne nsa na wode kon ne eponu mu na wode hohoro ono ne to no. Na de agbubrodo no wadi ade eche ne wo fe cholera. NDC for say no mo ya ban papa. Eche aban a obesi good toilet ya mo benya bi aye den akọ ama mapom den aye. Obi a obetumi anne adwunso mu ademu no onye nipa wo ya boa. And that is not politics. I am say MPP NDC banter bi na yenya. You will give it to them. You will give it to them. This time around we will not. And I say, and we this time they yenya you na unchele na mu wo no. And e bini ekumu no. Afi fa na yemfa ho ne lande wa ha. Aban na no mo se Bawumia esisi toilets no. 2026 budget. Me see NDC eya kwasi ampa for party. Dr. Topman, mamika se mi trel. Aban na no se Bawumia esisi toilet nti Bawumia toilet president no. 2026 budget baya. Me patro wi so nyam na me kai o. Ato forcing ne budget yo de ba parliament na me ready. Ato forcing say the NDC government constructed 25,000 toilet facilities in 2025. Hello. Who's imagining? Enya didi atemu. Sa party NDC no bebre na woman ya dwene ewu adwene ne coma at the low grade. Well, dear doctor, I don't even want to even ask them where it is. I just want to stand on principle. MPP basic toilets, no. Almost MPP a toilet you are buying. However, at the force and budget your debate 2026 say in 2025 the NDC government built 25,000 toilet facilities. Intime pacho ebiu yemfa MPP ntonchen yemfa NTC ntonchen yemfa nyansa nkasa obi kosi toilet na nya de papa but oba be see ene de e de papa nti yemfa mra budget mu ana ebiu the ultimate free education. They claim say John Mahama na the free education by. Hey, sir, I then progressively free education. Oh, okay. Now, progressively free education, no. Minianum then. Oh, progressively free education, yeah. Policy be na John Mahama no person omo de ba. Omo din kan koye first opening. Na the omo chene say day student keyword. Day student and Marco 320,000. Abayin betua 34 Ghana cedis. Ewo omu fees so ede amomo. Progressively free in America. Mr. Momo say John Mahama na free education by. So we want to go by that logic. Okay? Yeah, Papa John Mahama, ebra oka so obey progressively free education no. Na osi day student nkwa from selected student 320,000. Obama Bakufu bia 34 Ghana cedis. They did it in October 2015. Okay. Now, na eduane nka ho. Na uniform enka ho. Na textbooks enka ho. Na the total fees absorption na enka ho. Fast forward, Nanado. Osi obeye free education, universal, amana cover obia. Inti enyan kola 300,000 pe ena nebe benefited from free education. Ghana kola bia owo pepa so obeko SS bia no ye to ne niama kakrama na ne ko. Nana Akufo-Addo de no osi mema uniform, mema house uniform, mema sandals, mema mpa obeda so. Mema textbooks. Na mama we duane 3 times a day. So we a day student here, me feed you once a day. These are facts. Inti mesremu. Senya dambwa. Senya beyisemwa. Se wutu yankoda 300,000. 34 Ghana cedis their mom. Na utu yankola full absorption of their fees. Amom uniform. Amom eduane 3 times a day. Amom house uniform. Amom all the amenities are near the moms, including Wi-Fi. Including Wi-Fi. Opachere me say. Sa buying mum. Eya buying bonnie. Na abaina went to me ama oba 1 hot meal crendino. Eya buying papa. That is not even my problem. That is not my problem. Semena me di bibi ba ya me bo ho ban ana me boa na ma pe kwan ya me di be improve. Semena me di bibi ba ya. That is the approach I will go. NDC is the only political party or the policy by no sanso ya advert their policy no. Pokpulu maja amejo mo be. Seke bili ajune na say. Me say NDC is the only political party or the policy by na owie ya or sign ye advert edit your policy no. And I'm patcho no so meboa. Some no free education by meboa. Please, who brought free education? John Dramani Mahama. What year? 2015. Okay. 2016 campaign time. Free education 419. Free education for Omini no more moto na the eye. Omini no more moto. Almost free education and ya papa. There be monto mubu. Na enya crofo no mo say. Omo no omo de free education ba Ghana. We nyansani adwene de America ho. Nye bibia na de politics. Minia. Nye bibia na de politics. Because NDC and MPP are a political party. Offer Dennis Miracle de betina ha obeka MPP de. Offer Sami Jemfi de neba obeka NDC de. But me no me no na ye yet memu for no say ma ya adwene ye adwuma na ye hwa ade say ade ankrofo ekan dantes nyansa wo mu because me na me di free education ba ye a John Dramani Mahama na me ntumi amfa free education amfa anye campaign 2016 election nyansa ni enye politics. You are only being a fool for no reason. And I'm calling you fools because you guys have chosen not to learn. And you are making Ghanaians suffer. Unnecessarily. The same person who brought free education, according to Kweku Bako, sponsored over 46 campaigns against free SHS. I don't know what about I know. Mama, papa, how do you catch them say deal with nyansa wo? Me pacho catch me ade we catch me say nyansa wo mu say me na me de ade na baaye me de ade na ba wie ya na me ama san so akobọ dawuro etue sika akobọ dawuro say ade na me de baaye no aye sanke he so de to aba ma me no enya ade papa ntimi obi a kwesi kam ate o chira de teacher ne say wonya abotre because sometimes I would join the ignorance of some Ghanaians who are Obetina ha, obetumi di attend 1 hour. Because nyansen need your more kanimo. Obi said they are making a foolish talk, but Mama Yantre the foolish or the two no, the one who is more foolish. Bako say, or no the free education by yet or ye campaign the tier free education. But or nyanseni. Me a messy free education ya the papa enti me maintain no. Na elbow any paint me maintain no. Me mo me ya mad and foolish. I don't know. I get worried. My people, I get worried and how the NDC have managed to get some people to think just think like an idiot. Janet said they one co school. Janet said they won't nyansani. Maybe I make us the same way. People think say, oh, when I Felix they are all kinds of baby a Mahama this uncle for we could do no. They are in love with the man so much that should Mahama say, bring your mother, let me sleep with her for 1 Ghana cedis. Be brave the second ebekwa ko chiomo maame say Mahama ne omonda. E mami ayem hihye. Esi edun ketia. Osi abaya ye kotui. Se nipa kra na edi betwa so a ye mfe ntwa so. Adentia onim se wono nya ewuo ni bi nka no. Na mbom ya Paul asebe ne papa ene ne maame eye ti anadwoton tramonti obekwa akoje enu edi diva welcome omadwene nye adwuma abeku Santana ede na wanka about free education Hey, headmistress, me ba no na me de na ba for free education. Oh, there be mean to mean, you know. Esan say, aha no mo ayema. Baby e best betumi age om no. Ye ntumi ngiom. Hey, nenti MPP for sa na ye na da e na no mo da da ye. Free education now. And maybe so ti omufie omusiniama. Hey, my sister, na MPP for yi and almost free education. Na ade free there ye papa ni. Ade ye free there enya papa. Fast forward. Ghana 40 MPP for ase. And almost to abama MPP. MPP so eni omuhambo. First year na and a free education starts here. Free education. Oh me say me tiano Ophelia. My head is an encyclopedia. Me will be how. All those adverts me can be Afei aban fofraba were implementing free education. Aban no see ono na di free education ba na asen aso de bio. And free education nyina and a 4-pole track and a double track 8-pole track and a kwada ne benyem and a kwada ne ntumi mobra and a free education dey anya papa say your man num wi your man you say free education no and a first badge e control SSC. First badge control ya. Ora. Figures you munya ya no. John Mahama no di free education ba e. John Mahama no si ono na yan free education ni na ama no. Na nkrofo entumi antwa sa ade ni bida. 2017 for the first one. The first pass out of the free education. Splendid. And no enebema awofo ni bia enye politics keke no mo ye no mo dwene da ache mo mma. E mo mani ba won say da bi ene policy no aseyate ase. They say aka kwan ya yebeye ama double track ne ade na yeden afiri ho. And until by 2019 na awofo bebre ehu mfaso a na wo free education so. Eho ena NDC for co meeting. Eno mo pani ba ko suggest yes say. Free education na mo sorry a mo kasete free education munyai. Na Ghana for awofo pe free education na papa. Mumpe kwan ya mode mo ho be better free education no ama welcome. Mumpe kwan ya mode mo ho e be better free education no because free education no abeto Ghana for trim. Na that week ni mo a say Mahama de onu meeting no ankobi. That week ni mo na Mahama ekogina baby. And I started say or to ayampia. Do you know how much they are budgeted for free education? 2 billion cedis. 2 billion cedis. If you have 2 billion cedis, would you put all of it in education? Would you put a one of it and say Debbie? Mahani, Nyabutre na Ghana 40 you. I thought that would to meet free conquest and some of the two was nowhere the president that. Also, why? Any new development, please. Now the direction is that we brought free education. And almost started here in 2019 coming to 2020 election. Free education no cry near the buyer. And a free education no yeah near the buyer. And I near the buyer and near the buyer. Nagana force a baby. Say you free education there. And you kwado dan kwa there. Kwado dan kwa banya nana po education minister. And on mama you who's free education. Ya papa do chumbe so mu siesie ne kama ma na ye hwehwehwam. Enti se ye de mamoa enye yie. Enti omu se wo mu lusu say na mu se o na ye John Mahama ni e-blocks o ye ni na o ma jani ni na ho ma anye no mu nim se na na do so wo ne plans dada. Because the omu ja ye ni na no ne ye na tiare hu se ma wo mu e. NBC e-blocks na ye omo their contribution to education no. The omu to me see here now you're 46 no bra no move free 2016 now 4 and now you're ready 4 na now you're ready dodoa and no crown ye buy no ye be ye okay dodoa this other one by Nkwanta9 yeah Madina ho baby and now 2 two more. I'll find the exact location and let you know. But part of my history and my facts. As someone making in us, so papa, name politics and time in Abaya now you can research it and you know that they are making be no correct. Okay? Okay. Inti blocks no to amoko kan no. Na yen ye see 31 as at that time. Ama ya dani bi kra boarding house. Shai Osudoku Senior High School. Mahama blocks no. Na ye day school. Na do ne ba ya obeye na boarding. Ai na yen kola eko. Inti bio ade a ode ba ye no. Ono asan ya ade editia. Recently, John Mahama, Echo, Kenya, Zambia, and all these places. Echo Srao. Now, your man, the Queen said, or address the parliament. And you should see our president, how proud he was of Ghana. How proud John Mahama was talking about things we have been able to do in Ghana. Two of the key things I'm taking from that trip, and say, you gold, it is better for us to benefit from it. Now, a typical example is Ghana. We introduced the gold purchasing program. As we speak, we have set up a gold board that is buying gold and storing for our country. This is John Mahama. He mentioned gold purchase program. The papa. And twaso. Now all kana corruption kobe mu. And also when it comes to that, Ghana is far advanced and far ahead. Because most of our government agencies, we have digitized most of them and we are digitizing more, including our hospitals. This is John Dramani Mahama. And as a matter of fact, the man stated, say, if Africa can fight corruption, it will only be based on digitization. But as I make a John Mahama, can you? And say NDC for big job and see that boy and the only Jimmy as our fellows no tell me Pacha your Mahama nekai and Yamina mekai. Why? Or call Kenya or call Zambia. The Okoye or Honono. And the MP before me to say yes, you research, you konya video no ko information no. And you decided to say the information about to abontain. I feel they had information to abontain. And this for say, I'm not going to digitization by. Hey, a crobeni. Mokai, they not overgraduate my excellency. Some Mokai time or call. Is it Amenfi West? And I come feed Debbie Amenfi West. Or call her now, or my son week, you know, Gina. And then me peda make a day. So ban day free education, and this if we are near the bay. Hey, grandma, I didn't want to campaign the Tiano. I didn't want to campaign the Tiano. I feel the money I'm going to buy, no problem. John Mahama echo praise the digitization. Any gold purchase program. Ewa manone. Na obia share template na inshira enyonyamu ewo ho no. Ebeba Dr. Bawumia hunti sadia. Yang fma ye media for na yamo musika no. Na omonya story say John Mahama na see data center, digital center. John Mahama NC Accra Digital Center. Into ono na here digitization. Na me see ye Ghana ben ya betomu. Tobu. Enti Mahama si digital center. PA Mahama ene digitization eba Ghana. Ena still Mahama tumi jina simpie so. Eka say this economy, also this election is not about digitization, that nonsense whatsoever. It is about the economy. Stupid. It's about the economy. Stupid. Baumia, the election is about the economy. Stupid. And that idea na Baumia ya stupid wa hono. John Mahama ne de bai mumfama no. Adentia because wakoka say now digitization you good. Nti yen cover president no, yen include no, yen pay bibi na emma no en look good say John Mahama ne de say digitization e de ba Ghana on ne start here. Nyanza. We ujina say politics na here. Nyanza we dream. The same thing you didn't believe in. The same thing na ucha da pay didi atemu ho no. All of a sudden, one are the buy. I'm telling you, the spirit of witchcraft, wizardry, new more. They are in this for you. You will not feel like you will feel uncomfortable. You will not feel comfortable being amongst them because the more can make sense. And then, upushi omokakrasa ebani sena John Mahama. And a day digitization by ya. Osi Accra Digital Center. Me pa chow Accra Digital Center no. And next moment yen chire mu biu. Eye hobo ete se wako Silicon Valley, US, LA ho. No, in San Francisco and I say LA. Silicon Valley. Okay, it's like say we wako hello master and pachoboko. And they said there we wako Silicon Valley no. Inti tech giants nini na ewo ho omo one space and the Afro Silicon Valley. Okay, digital center no eyen kroma dan dada na esisi ho ena John Mahama eye se o kabum na wada ne the digital center dia eye no kure wo mu ne se eye space ya ye de rent digital telcos, like digital for a big we hunters, you know, they get it and they run their missions or whatsoever they are delivering. They run it from there. Now, the Accra Digital Center started in 2015, 2016 November. And almost say almost phase 1. Tini pa enunti John Mahama ako launch. And I say wako inaugurate. A phase munti ase mame. As at the time wako inaugurate ye no. Mr. Equipment, receivers, receptors, intersectors, all those things na ebe here. Our system no na eni ho me pacho na eni ho. Another truth about the digital center before John Mahama left was say it had no internet connectivity. Na yen connect ya adwuma. Enu hunti se NDC for tie me no mo se the American se me boa me pa mo chow. Omo mayen adwuma ba akope one project. John Mahama inaugurate a digital center in November no. Otumi de ye ansa na ofira abemu 2017. Me pacho NDC in intro wa hamame. Maybe I'm lying to the people. So disgrace me. Please disgrace this MPP foolish boy here. Please. Me say before you people left power in 2016. The place was inaugurated in November 2016. You left government January 7th, 2017. Into between January 7th, 2017 and then November 2016, moko yes ade amose ye mo na mo de abenti yamfa digitization mamono product ben edian na mutumi ye project ben na mutumi ye e wa Accra Digital Center pacho NDC ni a obetumi ama me right answer no me ankasa miniska de ba we de ankama ma 300 for we data me pe ba kope MPP communicators. I hope we are picking up. This is how we push them this time. Yeah, more kwai mo mun twatro. Some say digital center no mu see you. Adwuma be na mo de ye. Ansa na mu fira be mo. No next time e be ye ntokwa obi didi watem. Na so be ka say dollar ba for. Because na nye ready say ye adwuma. Digital center na no more come. As we speak, Accra Digital Center yomaye. Say you the host event. Obesa we are wedding I want to make kwaje ho. Na de aye. Inti again. Kwame Amwako, Ghanaians are not fools again. No, okay. MPP never okay. So so Kwame, thank you for asking about Uforiata. Can you tell us what you did in the data, like the digital center when you put it together, since you have been able to insert? Can you tell us one project NDC delivered with the digital center, please? Or you want me to block you? Kwame Amwako, Mr. Wu, any demo ankasa, and I'm in no kase, me mpesa meye basa. Where the matemu ha no problem. Could be about Ken Uforiata, and also my answer. But me pacho, ubetumi ama me dia digital center na mose Mahama na ye into mode the digitization abano. Me pacho ubetumi ama me. Jume dia mode digitization center ni di ansa na NDC fra bemo ana. Onimbi. Also Remy. Onibi. Na fe ubisa baby a Ken Uforiata wo me pacho. The last time we many Ken Uforiata share no na obutu maame so. Also papa ntumi satisfy no. Nti na odi maame. Aha, e ho na me hu Ken Uforiata. Yes, nti mesrewa ebia odu maame wi a Kwame Amwako. Odu maame wi a o maame bebe fie. Why? Because the last time I hu Ken Uforiata no na obutu maame so a odi ne pa gidigidi. Why? Afi fa kwase akọ. Munni munyansa. Nyansa. Most digital center. Chirembi adia ba kwa amade digital center na ye ya udi atem. E na obi sam se Uforiata wan. Obutu maame so. A few we won. Say NDC for know what is good for them. They should start being reasonable human beings on this earth. Say NDC for some is serious pan. A few inquire woman there. Oma dwene ye adwuma de so bia ye de no fusuo ahye na numa mani nyansa. Because this time we will not allow the same John Mahama, a failed guy. One of Adia Emma John Mahama membo be time was the energy sector. From 2014. From 2014. Legacy debt. Energy sector legacy debt. A car near the Nigeria near with power producers. And Mbema Omoti be your friend Esla. Into Esla no. Say NDC for the bear propaganda. No maybe some Esla is car in them. Makachem said this time around we are going to make the campaign very simple. Umunyaka Esla no maybe say Sebio Esla no sika in them. Because Esla is not supposed to be a holding account. Esla. And I'm saying this Mahama no die na won't ya kenti. And your TBB says, I dear we don't me pound sanka. A beto moana one more you do a mechanic music from San Esla net. And so Kai Corona no. almost start and the sika yen ye pay a goo ho and it's a 7 another buyer or didn't sabe boom sika ben happy goo sika ben no pay goo. Now the energy sector and a bema your friend Mahama Doom Sokin meboa I feel to share the incompetence and undecisiveness of John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana. Ibini John Jenapo was a deputy minister under Kwabena Donko as the power minister. John Jenapo ne kofa meet na mo friend Usain Bolt no. Na pencil and your kofa Usain Bolt at the bar Ghana. Mo Ghana ne meet bi o ya so dey ade no gu so na atwene ni na akọ. Mumu bi ye mo ho se mo de be kọ ECD former mo koba sa no mesre wo na ye no. Cables o kofa na ye wrong. Afi hwe dia ya. Na oye deputy minister o. Ye kofa 17 power purchase agreement na ba 17. Emu 5. The assignment Ghana. John Jenapo. Enti a car ebeto yeso. I need to have $584 million a year for power we are not using. Take or pay. Was as a result of John Jenapo. Nini ne muno. Na ye de sumu. Mene mudin komo ya me sister. I send me a ibi. Adanya until the light bill national light say cry the light bill no boy then crashing rent. And I'm say how that cannot come again. Ghana for na ya ne ye you, my sister. Ghana for ya ne ye. Because this same Mahama did the same thing when Dumso was there. Brane Dumso no. Or see if you want to sleep in light, pay more. Samokaya. If you want to sleep in light, pay more. And untina what da demo. But light bill ne boy ding etching a dino renter. Sabi utuya. Me pacho we sunyame na meka esi Ghana. Ye ni na ye hu bi Gani. John Mahama 1, John 1. I'm telling you, this man doesn't have any idea about running Ghana. And yet Tamil so who yanka John Mahama NDC4 will never vote him to come to power. Say, oh mama, you're a flag bearer. Because he didn't have it in him. Let's be honest. Because the same mistake here, or yeah, ne kanena, a man it in boneno. Or ma electricity bo, abrewa welcome. A year higher than rent, no. And there, yes, Ghana, say, baby. I feel cry the made it to cry and say, yes, Miami area, Westland. Since Endra, light and my baby, I'm to a Westland, no, you know light you. You know light, you do light here 2-3 hours. Baby, I'm to a Westland, no, how to side hono. You know light cause a T-true 4 and a 2. Yes, since Endra Anopa. Light my. And so try there. And now I know what I say. You have to electricity, my electricity no bo abeye den. Electricity bo abeye den. Etchen dan with them. Or the John Jenapo by Dukeson who said, Mr. Where is the propaganda here? The fact that there is no light in Westland, and I said, there. Please, me pacho propaganda ben makano. And it's not true, say na electricity bo air den chain rent. Ghana, pacho air propaganda. And see na makacho so many munyansa. The awa trade Dukeson yo no atron kwasi asemi. Untumi ntu ani belio. Or two say you're doing the light, only light. Or the car. You're to the electricity bill, mama say no whole papa. But enam na dwene a enye adwumenti. We be gyina say I should go and sleep with my propaganda. Propaganda be na maka. Electricity na yatum ana yentum. Say yentum and me be gyina say yatum dia me ye propaganda. I accept. But say yatum na me can, how is that propaganda? No. They don't care. This is a set of people who just don't care. Because how do we maintain you? Billy, and Ramisha, when you move, Mantonka. This is how do we maintain here. Oba could be so abaha. Muntie do better on her. Not meant to also with the energy sector. Or say, when will you tribal bigot learn to appreciate what the government is doing? Tribal bigot, okay. This is an NDC guy who gets most of their votes based on tribalism. As a matter of fact, Sami Jemfi told them, say, tribal politics is essential for our win in the coming elections. It is only in the voter region. It is only in the northern sides. It is only in places where NDC wins that has the most poverty-plagued place. What the poverty in the town China? Me pese ene James Bevel edino kraso ncheda anye papa cause onye Ghana ni wa he onto abada onye Ghana ni. These are the people that vote against MPP because NDC will cover them. NDC would allow them to do their black markets to destroy Ghana's currency, to destroy Ghana's market. So they like NDC. They don't like MPP. You know why? One, me who are Kenya or ye DC or ye MP or voter region and our northern region. Yanjo. But Obe Kumasia, ye Wumuntaka and the likes. Omonya Santefo. Nenso omoye MPs. Ewa Santimemo. So if you are smart, Master what junior Juma, there may be someone say. They are oye tribe animal. Other tribes can come to their place to become MPs, head of state, or whatsoever, and it is allowed. They are on your tribal, no. Say, free to Obama. James, where Jimmy? Where Jimmy? Where are boy? And people like this, I don't give them chance on my page. So take your foolish stupidity off my page. Bye bye. For Jimmy, you call. Ebio. Say, what's na Ghana? Na oshe hawa ye energy sector. Eba be say yen. Energy sector no. Ebe say ye juma be gugu numa. Na ye ba ye 8 years na ye mark ani ye jina so. Nenso Ghana for pamo yen say yen kofa John Jenapo. First time I wouldn't buy ye or ma would sumu. Say afraid you na embe ye power minister nankasa. Then I would sumu usu. John Mahama on your smart thinker. You can give John Jenapo any position, but in your position I would share and sa or say no. And the opa mama yeni na yam fire drin kwadi. Uti. One more John Mahama. My appointment first time. Omo foko up omo Ghana bre ni na. This time around or sign ma omo 2 minutes or omo MPs no. almost senior ministers, almost senior. Look at Sam George. What's an interview? What to assume? Our position. He knows everything about communication. Sam George opposition, he knows how to bring the data price down. He knows how to get more data. Sam George by your communication ministry or say a pen needed to me ISRD. Okujata blocker. Anomabo Wakro Bebabeka. Today he will go down as the worst minister since John Mahama started this second term. The worst. But these were people are in opposition. No man, not catch, dear them left, right, center. He can't someone in him chatro the guni pasu say ni pabrabo. The tini papoto adentia. Mitie, cause yama ye ho kwan. Emma incompetent bunch. Omunimu nyansa ye dibu wa mine. Ede dokuno ne chenam. Abedadaye. Say yentuaba. Emfa maum. Ama yatuaba. Ede amom. Diye ye me yawo situation no hunye. And this in our shame is say ya udi matemi. Our sister be necessarily very bright. Akolane cha we chakama kabanko bi tumi akote share. Nenso yes bibi de call mass. When cha untumi nkote share. Enu nti ene necessarily tifie. Opeso okotron of deck. And this nino, the udi matemu ano. Oniska would be to an of deck no. Adentia. Because ene of deck 8,000 Ghana cedis for one course. One course per 8,000. Me patcho eno say yetura na. And this is for now me patcho how much is a course for Novdeck? Yes, can somebody tell me? Please shame me. Let me be a liar. Please tell me. Tell me, those of you, yeah, please. Black man Ken, yeah. You want me to mention your name? I'm mentioning your name. Please, how much is one course for Novdeck this year? Please answer. Answer me. With God, I beg you. I'm lying. I'm a liar. No problem. I said it is 8,000. I'm a liar. So can you give me the correct number? How much are they charging per course? Black man Ken, please. Don't disgrace yourself. You came here with insult. So show that you nyansa ya dejene. And now we empty sir. Intimate block you. Fakwasi yako mame we. For who giant call. That is how they are. And this is what hurts me about this current NDC full way. This is what hurts me about them. At the end of the honor, yeah, kind Obia who be. Also, no, still, no, still, it is a lie. How? And then Jimmy, no. Like straight up foolery. Jimmy, no. If he in the bar NDC full trim. Why? Must we always call you people fools before you wake up and feel, say, hey, I made the pants almost a fool. Like, why? Who is happy when they are insulted? It is only the foolish party called NDC. Only party who didn't attempt or somebody to so cause Nyansen in it. Asemo American hey. Encrophone or Ghana. Encrophone ma or Ghana. Ebirima call register of deck otua he me checks me information na ikuta me cost ba ko cost 8,000 80 million o say propaganda. You mate. Say your propaganda there. And you're saying no utuaye and no soon to minka. How? Say, oh, but distracted. Okay, let me go and distract something. They're like, how? And this more mobile. More mobile. John Mahama would not be a lifetime president. John Mahama ne brebe so. Ama ne fire kunyano so. But akwasi ampafo amuko di na chididi sa ankwasi asem no mo beka party ni mo. Mo beka party ni mo. Na one ruffle feathers asa niam bebre no. Do you expect to be treated proper tomorrow when you are not in power? Like, oh my Jimmy, they just see today. Ya chill for yata. Ya chill for some cancer. Ya chill. Say, boy, no, kasa. Ya chino. Forgetting say, baby baba. Be kura na nkoye MPP abanyo. Be ana akoye aban fufuru. And you people will be in opposition. How are you going to survive? Nanesika, I wouldn't fault you. Because in Ghana, the most stupidest women are than 2 many baby no NDC for. So I understand, Sika. I understand your frustration and your insult. I don't have to answer your silly questions because when you're bar, now you can't say you're a women's bank, now you're a women's bank. Now what does you catch me say is where is away a boy because we do or China na de bebo bra kopim that will be because you have nothing better doing. It's a bit doing tabo then musa. Kehoma me de do sa oba woni munyansa ne twene bre. A fact. Oba woni munyansa de say na sika you dina me page so no e ne twene bre. Because usually no amom pebre. Into your body back akoche. We end this me. Wabanyaba. 24-hour economy unyebi. Women's bank here unyebi. Ya to electricity. Ya to water. Oko complainia. Yes, ya $10 so. Edniama na ya $10 so no. Ednian ya $1 to. Yes, ya tete so. NDC for coleste baya. Almost ya TJ neso. Ya tentrowa so. Ya timekuso. Jesus Christ. Inti dollar no. Ya ma dollar ne ba fom. Said ye be ya antrowa bo be ba fom. And yes spare pass. Ya the dollar ne crash spare pass no. Nenso dollar ko fom a. Eni kwanse spare pass for a price e ba fom. Ne moment antrowa mo na emra fom. Ameko mo mra fom dollar ba fom. Ya de isika dollar ene kokra meko de ba. Into dollar aba fom na meko bu aba fom. Ya de dollar ene kokra jene edeba. Into dollar aba fom into jene aba fom. Enya dollar ne de kra cement. Iron rods enya dollar ne de ka sebe ekra. Paint enya dollar ne de kra. Into eno ne de enkosoro. But entrowa meko momone kobi ene de the dollar ne kra into eno na aba fom. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Norinda, big up. Why are we doing this? And they think it is politics. You almost saw more politics. You almost saw more politics. Now, may I demand my baby, you know. I did be a mede. I would their air cost you. And it has to be about the way NDC for used to me. Say, I'm going to be intimidated. A year Ghana for. So much in my earlier submission, and I'm a baby say NDC for train say baby ba na ebegbo etia omo a na omo asheda eden kwasia case bi akoche high profile MPP ni na ye jai omonkwasia bra na amembu fon tantan na jo Mahama ebu no na ye jai no asem ka na ye de ahoden akodi akire omokofa cocaine ABC airport the same thing omo ye diversion tactics ye wo mu omo so makochi AY ye wo mu omo se omo akochi fancy comedy adentia okochi sankrofo na yakoma bebe sori ma yeso ya be na asem na esesanke ye ka no ye nyanka NDC foko ye bibi ehun se we de ho abeda ho omo anim gu as pepepe yesi akochi abronye adentia abronye da MPP fo akoma so eni to ka se wachi abronya ye be jai Mahama asem kakra na ye ni na ye de ahoden na ko and omo ayesa de we sa still Ghana fo bi say ye hu se nko for sentence no mo de na e de na ye mfa nkire wansa wani tua na ntwibin say da ho woso don say ko wahwe mentiase every time bibi bebe say ka oh and we have caught one to me and we have caught say na so twade just like they did after President Kufuor's era. Enipa omo accuse omo de omo court ni na yentumi amfa ba akokra ntum. Instead, they are using unreasonable bail conditions. Stupid bail conditions just to keep people in there because ye ni bibia ye de be there then you betumi de omo court de omo akotum. And so they are failing on that trend. This time around, so omoaba. Yachiwe me pacho so far. MP before I invite you, yachicho muni na. And talk about NDC for patch me say, ba kukure nu omo etumi edi na asem we edi na kotun sawem. What jene? Because broni answer no becho so wabecho no aye investigation to we are not the court. Ghana so they almost say they be. Ya becho catch re say we are for. Yeah, security for now becho for interrogation. Tell us, we say you were the thief. Say yes, I'm the thief. If you don't say that, then we will deny your bail condition and you stay inside and then you stay in cell. Now media not say within. That is all. That is all they seek for. That is all they are looking for. It does not make sense. Me say, Ebiu, all these people almost say, Omachium, MP before actually we hear this guy, we hear this guy, we hear this guy. Omumu wine, and could be aware this guy, more evidence here, this guy, and can I say me the kit to heavy, meboa. Unipa ba koben, and ometu me dinner to zip, zero, shekom, nothing. But, and this needs a main country will say, even though say on to me for winning our court, MWA for say we are cron for no. Waka TV train join news near Adom FM say we are cron for to fan kwa bonten say we are cron for no. That's what they care about. Let's destroy them in the media. They are thieves, they are thieves, they are thieves, and no. But Tom Bear Mobo say NDC, Bear Mobo say. Share Ofosun cancer case. Meka kakrebi na me de manuesi for ne. Yawo bibi a friend of Whistleblowers Act. Yawo Ghana ena NDC MPA ekotena ekosi sen ena oka nsem we mumentie no.
No. Asem we mewo abam but I was a yaka na yaka. I think that the catcher Nipani be omo Minister of Education man no. Hwese obi nice grade or dia breme community 16 amete or whom ya ya no tell say me MP no de buy ne ba no pay school be me pese me body memoir no for kind of say placement within a week I may push no what me the evidence abekere me 30,000 cedis for admission to the school
Watia.
Because of person one on the banako. I don't hear Hosa. 300 million ambusas another obano kwasa school na automatically obeba be president, minister, doctor, lawyer, teacher na say obeye den kwasa school na. But well, akwala na ho person okọ e ho na okọ obetime sua na ade because e bo ni trim nkwala de so sa sika na nipa na
je
wanya ya place no
300 million
Ghana cedis
afi wa wo de nti amese John Mahama ne na ban omunye nyansafo no omunim nyansa no. This is what kwaku ba ko call premature ejaculation. Gidi se na omani makuku ase. Ofosun cancer born ne de yen. Ofosun cancer cause sumpa. And work say scholarships, any placement na ade aye tonton. Encrofo tieska and sana womma enya placement any scholarships. As some more can I was sumpa no. And it was born out of video ya me bonus say ya NDCMP and eka say on one constituency ni bi brand senka ommo no mumpe school bi ne sika na ye gye no na enye sika keto na wofo ni bi kura kotua to a tune of 300 million Ghana cedis, 30,000 Ghana cedis, 300 million titiska no said the beya ne ba ne be school. And mu invite you for soon cancer say Mati say or say your tongue scholarship near the into me no one. And of soon cancer by and I'm interrogating no. And a muja na man call ye. A chile must say a friend afana. Na more than now call ransack. Ni fee say more ye search you no so when you in any civilized country a loss here juma. Accused na so nipa na so omeboa with investigation no. Wa beka dia onim. Dia mo betumi aka ne say onfa enyina ho emra. Na ko betumi the video ya ko say mo ankasa ma ban mu MP said that is what is going on, and that is evidence enough because MP ni say ye the evidence ye den e ka ho de be kire no. Tieni pa or say the evidence be ka ho de kire no. Nti say nyam kwase abra bi na before na ebo. Any NDC abeya kwase ampafo party to the point say Kevin Taylor eni munyansa e chen John Mahama nti o control John Mahama. Uchi kofi ofosun kansa said. Afa crowd o mu di teni ni no mu say gidigidi aba won afa do mo say publishing false information. How did he publish false information? Kofi ofosun kansa didn't go on his page. He did not go on his page to publish say obi akodi obi sika say and as obi akodi and waka say a false statement. That is the first place. He was in an interview and he bisa a question na oyi ano. How is that he rather publishing a false information? How? I want somebody to make the laws make sense to me. Or radio, so radio no is the main publisher of the news of the program going on. Radio no na a project their air Canada carbon thing. Send me a call kasem. See bet me at me a chimney to what to come and substantiate. And send me a mekai. And I'm one kasa mo MP say the ofosun cancer can some pane yampa because ya do be 300 million. Yampa. But what are they doing? Dancing around it to create an impression B. Na emre yeninka so. Ghana for me say emre yeninka so. Na NDC peye mobo. Aye mobo. Echene aban bia. Beba. Asem no krepa na American. They don't even know. Say, okay, say, would you ofosun cancer could not court? Would you ofosun cancer? Would you ofosun cancer could not? Oh, Charlie. Would you ofosun cancer? It could not court. And says all man didn't evidence about. One of the evidences this video I have played are a NDC for Nankasa MP Neka. So are they going to get MP no so kasa na Oma charging with false publication na Omu nimu nyansa Ghana for na mama omo kwan and amasa de wini na ba me de bi sia na mama wo mo e wo pepa so mo be kan bi no so etumi aka kakra na ma sorry so in cancer ya me da say why say also etumi ama me you say you are too good communicator me da say big man Lona.
Yes sir, boss.
How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing my usual best, boss.
Thank you. So what's up today? What do you have to tell me today?
Yeah, we are just actually embracing the bitterness the NDC keeps subjecting Ghanaians to. The frustration, the agony, and the anxiety. In fact, at the moment, that has become the national anthem of the day. So at the moment, that's exactly what we keep singing.
Okay. So today, what do you have for us? Anything you want to say quick before I go to the next person?
Yes, very, very quick one. I think it's a privilege to be on your show, like I always do. So I would consider that privilege as an opportunity to recognize all those that are fortunate to be on your show. Those that are in the comment section who are doing the monitoring, the liking, and the sharing, who are giving the comments, both the positive comments and the negative comments. I recognize them. Then I also recognize you, the host.
Thank you.
And then also I appreciate you and commend you for the strategic coordination you keep doing and the advocacy you keep doing for the party, more especially Dr. Baumia and Tali. You deserve to be commended.
Thank you.
In fact, you can see what we are actually going through. Everything of the NDC is 419. I used to tell my people in the face of general election 2024 that the NDC is a political party who doesn't mean well for Ghanaians. But Ghanaians usually don't vote based on the performance of government. If Ghanaians were actually going to use the performance of governance as a criteria to always make their decision when it comes to elections, what we are going through, Ghanaians wouldn't have experienced it. At the moment, you can see, at the moment, nothing is happening in the country.
Yeah.
We are only seeing 419 here and there, where the NDC has eventually taken the laws into their own hands and then descending heavily on innocent people that are trying to expose them. In fact, what is happening at the moment, I don't know whether the NDC, who always want to claim credit for what they have not done, always want to claim credit in the face of democracy, whether they are being run, their government is running a democratic system or autocratic system. We can't clearly substantiate between that. So what we are actually, at the moment, you can see that a whole lot of bitterness everywhere. Everyone is feeling very bitter and aggrieved about the NDC government.
Yeah.
You can see what cocoa farmers are complaining. Innocent people are complaining. You can see they keep telling us that. I don't know whether the NDC actually know much about economy when we talk of economy. Inflation reading at a single digit shouldn't be the national anthem for the NDC. And then inflation cannot be the only key actionable measure we use in measuring positive economic stabilization. No. And then when we talk of inflation, low and that of stable inflation should always reflect, always make emphasis on price stability. That should always reflect on the consumer price index. That is the CPI.
Exactly.
And then the consumer price index should always reflect a low and that of what? Predictable inflation. Yeah. But the artificial stabilization of the inflation they keep talking about. In fact, let me tell you, as a rational student of economics, there are instances where you have the microeconomic indicator reading at a single digit, where you don't see the true reflection of Ghanaians on the ordinary livings of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
And there are instances where you see some of the micro indicators like inflation reading at a double digit, where you can see that there are so many interventions that aims at what? Improving the life of Ghanaians. Now, taking the history from 92, the NDC has never, a government that really mean well, all the previous NDC leadership that comes to power from 92 up to date, they can't boast of any social intervention policy. like the MPP, you can see that Ghana, the economy will lack economic policy directions and developmental policy directions. It's always the MPP that have that kind of clear-cut policy, economic policy direction, and that of developmental policy directions.
Yeah.
I am telling you for a fact.
It's a fact.
The current picture of the economy at the moment, you can describe the economy as what? A jobless economy, where the NDC is not ready to give jobs to the people. Nothing is happening.
Yeah.
92 up to date. With MPP, I can boldly highlight about 10 social intervention policy that creates social benefits for the entire Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Let's not go far. Capitation grant for basic schools in Ghana. The MPP introduced it in the country.
Yeah.
Capitation grants for Ghana, where schools stand a chance to be giving grant based on the total enrollment of the that particular public school. MPP introduced it. There's another project, a universal program, the MPP introduced in this country called the LEAD project. That is a livelihood empowerment against poverty program. The MPP introduced it. This school feeding program as a universal betterment for all Ghanaians, the MPP introduced school feeding program in Ghana. This youth employment agency you are seeing today, the MPP introduced it in Ghana. But today, the only universal policy the NDC introduced, if not they tell us that free sanitary pad policy. Free sanitary pad policy. Or no stress free for level 100 students. So sometimes we laugh. The NDC, do they really mean well for Ghanaians? Meanwhile, when John Dramani Mahama was in opposition with the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, I can always describe this gentleman or this man as a political individual in this country who is always desperate for power, but does not have the wisdom to actually understand what it takes to, what leadership actually entails.
Oh, unmute yourself, Luna.
Yes, leadership or governance always should be centered on transformative impact. 2012, way back in 2012, up to date, John Mahama cannot boast of any single intervention policy he has ever introduced in this country. The only thing he comes to tell us is free laptop, better Ghana agenda laptop. The very laptop they give to teachers, which works for only a period of 6 months, and the whole laptop got condemned. So you see what we are talking about. In fact, now we are going to do comparative analysis, but sometimes Dr. Bawumia has introduced the Ghanaian policy. Dr. Bawumia has introduced the Ghanaian political trend to a newer phase of politics for us to clearly understand the clearer picture of 21st century. Dr. Bawumia remains the only politician in Ghana who has the Ghanaian factor in him, who has the positive forward-looking ideas for Ghana. You see, in the history of Ghanaian politics, Dr. Bawumia's personality is unmatched. He has created so many universal betterment for all Ghanaians. In the face of digitalization, you remember John Dramani Mahama came out recently and was commending Dr. Bawumia for digitalization. That is a clear sign of vindication. Meanwhile, when Doctor was saying this, he was the busy person sabotaging it and saying that, oh, it's going to be a work policy. No, we don't deceive Ghanaians like the NDC deceives you. How can you tell Ghanaians that promising them heaven and earth in the face of the election 2024, telling them that if they vote for you, you are going to roll a policy called the 24-hour economy policy. A very weak and empty policy, a very policy that even if John Dramani Mahama is asked to clearly explain it to a 2-year-old child, John Dramani Mahama cannot explain it. A contradictory policy, a policy with ambiguity, when presented to varied individuals in the NDC, they all give different explanations to the same policy. Why? What kind of foreigner is that? They told Ghanaians that, oh, they will roll a policy called the Women Bank. Today, they are shifting the goalposts. They are busy enriching themselves. Less than 2 years in governance. Look at what Baba Jamal was doing at Ayawaso. Where exactly did the man get the money from? These are the very questions that we ask. The NDC has deliberately introduced. See, now when you take time to look at the clearer picture of the economy at the moment, where we can talk of so many microeconomic indicators like stable exchange rates and that of foreign reserves. We talk of fiscal balances. And when we talk of fiscal balances, we are talking about lower deficit and that of debt to GDP, where government increase spending in order to have the ratio of government revenue being equal to other. See, I don't know what exactly the NDC is doing. John Dramani Mahama was describing the state of the economy led by Akufo-Addo Bawumia government as criminal mismanaged economy, describing the state of the economy as a junk economy. The very junk economy you led by Akufo-Addo Bawumia government was able to create over 2.something million jobs. But here lies our problems with the NDC. Whenever we say Akufo-Addo Bawumia government created over 2.something million jobs, in fact, they don't really get the picture. I am telling you for a fact. In the universal phase of digitalization alone, my brother, digitalization actually brings so many job creation subsets in this country. Across all regions and across all districts, NIA offices were being built, permanent structures were being built, where NIA directors were being appointed in the face of digitalization, where regular staff were being appointed. Today, the NDC is charging close to 500 Ghana cedis.
All right, Lona, try to wrap up so others can also get a chance to buy it.
Exactly. Today. So if we should tell you that we created over 2.something million jobs, these are facts.
Yeah.
Digitalization alone has given jobs to so many people in this country. The Zipline medical drones that was in operation in this country.
Yeah.
People were operating it. They had to employ people to operate those.
Exactly.
Akufo-Addo Bawumia government introduced 6 more additional regions to the then existing regions. So are you telling me that those newly created 6 regions, regional offices were not built, new regional ministers were not appointed, new regional education directors were not appointed, new regional health directors were not appointed? So these are facts we are talking about. But you come out of the toxic, you see, there's always this toxic political culture that runs through the most individuals in the NDC, they are black strips.
All right.
Whenever we try to let them understand the facts, out of that kind of toxic political culture, they are usually compelled not to think in line with reality.
Sir. All right.
Fact, it's very painful.
All right, Lona. Let me give some people the chance to also buy it a bit since everybody is getting a chance. So just 1 minute. Wrap up in 1 minute, please. Lona, can you hear me? Okay. Safo Boateng, Mr. Evans, Mepacho, Fadiebra.
Yeah, boss.
Yes.
So
we were noise we were kakra and count to make train kakra as a background near two noise kakra.
Okay. But she said meda senior akwanya oda mame and then you nyankopon hira opa ne adwuma pa de bia wo ye na wusu a wo ye nyankopon hira de bia meka MPP nkanko Dr. Mahama Bawumia MPja Ghana yedi tina de bia oba na yete wo nka nyankopon hira opa bla finis mame nka se bincho Isano. Yeah, not one and same beach. Now to now, we rain fee. Let me surprise, but we rain fee. What say? We beat Nasi. A friend I've been pay. I've been paying no come Bako, no petra, but a sem. We could be on a command echo. Now, when him. Oh, yeah, Piani. And a command fee. So could Yago. If you could Yago na Mamma ye be a come on, yes, baby, come on, bar with the man. Now, when a friend say, and once it didn't make up a couple Mamma money say, the share to and was Johnny, no way, no one, and then come on, dear, before Timika. And I consume my men. Consume my mini kuno. She come at the one who say, sent to be fun, sent to be fun, Kosha. Mamma packaging a grand good woman come up. was hey, and this in a once about my passport. And oh, simple be as obey or who wants an obachinary, no who wants an watchinary. Then dinner be Kramaya, no watching once an hour. Mamma, a friend I've been paying. Some are many MPP. Kramino, Ghana for Mubia, got to a Bama, and friends saying NDC. And once na, a NDC. And once na, also this time, Mamma show, no, any party must see. And as I answer to Mamma show me, no, what you must see. Yanko. One say, yeah, that's trouble. Any NDC for the and then throw, and then to woo. Ghana for being money. Say, oh, you buy light, then I go for Watum, Eddie's canon, Musicano, or the should have bush 4 years. See a baby to swap. Oh, school, free SHS, yen here, double track your chum, Momina, on what to tongue, then can double track them more, oh, cocoa farmers. Cocoa farmers and somebody more dear. They don't go for the Giscan bar. No, I bet chimney and son, no more barco. No, the Yaka bush you have for. Ghana for the man what Tom about it fool so. And then once I know, and once I pay Kramayachin, a Kramani pay once action in the ending. Ghana for, and he say, the foot through and yan da, and the jam dam, and this is for a true money. And a Ghana for Zoom says, sir, or my contractor chama a few, especially a queer for, nurses for, teachers for, doctors for, migration for, and ne. The also Ghana wrong. Maybe and ye easy. The also Ghana and ye easy. Is a Ghana will be a one channel. Be a one channel, and then oh, them are lighted. Lighting me quit me to bear 4 or 5 times. And the year of Mahama, one now when Timeka say, do so now, what you call me, and do so stand up. And the time stem would ye, and no, making sure say, a power band will pay 5 and come. Making sure say, a friend saying, over pay generator, I didn't see what you do like another so TV no fridge. Making sure say, when to be to generator, over pay Bobby. And I'll be picking the dear go and I'm the share the fee. Papa, no, and it does not be any. Papa, no, why, Mama say, why you Busumbina and never Ghana for. The dear, we need the Papa Diama Ghana, Nagana for Nasabi, young Fanny, young Fanny, Nami Yambo and Yama MPP Bama by ye. And this in from one star up to a nay woman. Say young people never back, no baby be a Magana for young Yason Fasua. Dear Pardon, don't say we see Yayewi. Ghanaians will try to tax and Yayi be a man of one. Nagana for the Bima dream, a Bima dream is a Kosia. You could know flat and one thing for being Sunny Bima Ganaye. Then Pentessa and Gan DC will be within Cocoa to a trouble man. This say, we will be doing so. Ghana for being so in Kaya, the be a offer. The GBP trap them 8 years. Now, Yenis for the canon, now I'm a for one from Nanka ye Kumwa, any power ya, dear man, now when you should benefit, what if free such a Samba, Ghana card, drone, hospital. Oh, Mamma Mia. Ghana for any pump for Ghana for the mini pump for Yenny better not check. Yenny better not check. In class for one. The be a be 60 years, 50 years, 70 years. And no be say when you go free 4 million, 30 something million. Ubi a baba was in the Tukokum, or the Tukokum, now was sa, or the Tukokum, now was Sado, and a Cosado 1 year. Monsieur Fenimo, your Fenimo, no man below form. That's a 4 year Fenimo, no man below form, that's for the school could be, teachers could be, and now say into post to me. That's it, if anymore. Yo. Come on, school dear. and the woman must sabi, a woman crasia, a woman cocoa for one of them. See, and then go for it, and then be on the young into Milentium, and the Mukra nurse for Sabi, Sabi, Ukran, my Jimmy teachers for Sabi, Ukran, my Jimmy, and that's a multi ah, that's a multi what the other can say. Upon the idea, Sabi Munu should be okay. The MVP for Namia 2028.
Okay. That's it. Bopa from Patron Timo. Bopa. Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
You made a baby could have a topic.
Sir, my interior.
Topic once I have a topic in here, I also concerned. Now, before I start, my mama on him about the TikTok bulldozer, Josie. Josie, she a kwaba. Me too catch an hour here. But me son, a son, but me son answer you one life show. Why? Never the human also. My own loan, big loan, big gaps. Na me wow, me why? Well done for the good job that you are doing. And I acknowledge everyone here. Ebusian 4. Fellas.
Yes, madam.
Me one kasa. Me one kasa. Hey, Ghana. Boni bani ya ye. Na se fellas, empose ya refre kwa na se refre adia. Punishment when I saw mo de maye. Dang. Democracy na nim se anything. This is power. I'm not yet.
There you go.
Power. I'm not yet. More than no be up. No be up. 29. Now me, near you say yes. In your bed, my ofusun cancer. I said no prayer. As a some mukoi uninyantia. Matisse. There's an expose coming from Ministry of Education. And to Fosun cancer, no, and no more dreaming, come to Fosun cancer will be a BB action. And no more yes, I know. Now, so in fact, NBC for Moody Gary Botoma, Mupa Munkono Magbelema, Mufa Binya Gary, Mufa Binya Coco, Mufa Binta Bele, Namunfa Mungo Sofa Cubun Fra 2028 Mbako. Now, it is not possible. Many Yoko CEO, but Chimunatu. When they Yoko see Ubawa Kamachwatu, would you watch Yamachwatu? Because Makacho Metajo for causing harm to the environment. You might this if any big Timun. Now, before that, the limono, you better catch us a Konako Fanya Kupo Bra. You bet them money and himself people, you know how to do it. We know, you know. But I have person will trigger ye. Because I people will trigger any some no you call election violence. Now you more this when I was starting here. No more buyani. When we charge at you guys, a chief almost when this for year more. And you know, get this banning you can't say vigilantes. No more demand is banning with the NPP. Yeah, the South of Fabian 2060. I fashion and Vamuzumu and one Musha Tontramuno. Yeah, pay when you say some 2060 and this is for yeah, pay you means meeting. Means meeting. You bet shall we book machine. You bet the moon. Obey your posse. It's my universe and this is from penny from universe. I won't cut it. Won't start because America be and I know what. Line is 2028, and I'll do 2 months. More starting project near Duet be Dimono. Obey your more posse. We say, I did be a more. Or for some cancer, won't you carry on my way? One funny move for you, and I will be for you for soon cancer. And that's a will be pay. Now, me, I'm saying so. That for some. And I know who Facebook and profile soon, who cannot read the ensure but community. Ensure ben community Tama only demonstration ensure community omo bochi akojina Ghana Water Company what tema so only ensure mom no Ni nyina Mahama de galamsey and they yen nsuo nom and they cram nsuo free Ghana and say open yaka kwala and it's all nsuo na auto and then bottled water I common wa Ghana bottled water I normal wa Ghana. Now that's big Ghana. Say na bottle was a share. Bottle water they say common wa Ghana. They said they no be ano because cyanide in to be a slow. Obi ansuro enso face ye nkola me se fa le say wo ye kwa afuma ensuo bi na frɛ me tene wa eni me se ni krat jine kwa se wono ma ne de
okay
ne de and na Mahama ni DC galamsey and na yadani ayi galamsey sticker NDC for quoting galamsey sticker and ya approve galamsey me taxi galamsey yes Mahama it clearly goes to show Mahama approving galamsey adwuma and no instead Mahama the assemblies this ka be kwa koma omro won first kan nkomo omo waka che omo so munya galamsey enfanfa ndi omo Mahama and I know my meeting cabinet meeting after MMDC for the nyina say hey this is here mamo enti no ye be mo galamsey na mo fa hwe mo me were evidence. Mahama papa me that we a meeting me na me wo. Na me were inter wo. Wo Mahama o ka kire mo so mo nkonko ye galamsey na mo fendidi. Nipa boni ni Ghana for some accusations or more accuse NPP unnecessary propaganda and draw. Meanwhile, so ban sa galamsey this shall find this excavator near ya and your woman woman so and I started free year. Now, so NPP, you need to ask some continue to tell them and then you are in government to want to be propaganda. We have propaganda about show. Fellas, me no can say a bano a corruption index. They are dropping from 43 up to 76. One letter.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
Corruption index, yes. And then Mahama corruption. I don't know if no komoa. I don't know if and tintan achire ayananse no Mahama kromfo redeem atete nkurana ewie sika oh atayi Ghana fosika show kromfo nkwa ba ye 2 years pa wonya ye Ghana 40 million lose sika $240 million cotton gold waka Mahama to bottom Mahama what Sunday a dealers you say feel it ya pray ye chia ye ya what sounds to electricity ni water mu gentlemen chia ya koka was $1 above from dollar petrol na ya koka ntibi fo bia be jana ka say mu nkofo Ghana ye na ye mu Ghana ye dia na ye mu e ba me nana me ma me krompo when the fufuo one day odi mu pot me buara odi mu so Ghana ye dia na ye mu na mo ko sesa sa tuji me mu ni me jina ho no e mu na free ye me no say ye de ye so mo fa enko relief wo Gaza and a mother that you have Ghana ever turn on was for 2 GB rice. You can come up with jackets and why I want a punk and I want a bones I say and I most someone go foodie. Baba be catch there say and 1 a.m. a petrol walk of hey Mahama cocoa for Chiomoka Mukoko for Mutimodi. Mutimodi, what can open the politicians? Afa Ghana full afa ye fala. Na do buy a dinner 1 yamamo or be far cocoa from 470 Ghana cities. Or any quenimua, cocoa need you or promise chocolate from Wundibida. When we ye, that sounds a 2 mamu from 370 every year to 3,001. You really send your pensions at the camo. Now, Dr. Mamuba, we be catching them say, send a free senior high school, I will want to know. Previously, no, Mako school, free senior school, free high school. 18 year Dr. Bayani say, university, no, will be a week cocoa, be a baby, a free university. Most of them pay. And Mahama, the catch them on Mahama now. One only national cocoa increment, Kawana will be. What bread, be. I catch us about 7,000. Sabi you. Aquala, approaching me, Aquala within 9 years and 10 years for one break. Sikeni bre, a do wafa. A bunny sent a fellas, me, I am a fool, and you may not buy it. No matter what I told him, not buy it. No, me power to sit here. Me power to no teacher for the nurses for. Oh, yeah, Juma, just all patch once and each oka. You guys are sick. What Jimmy, and cross something Jimmy, somewhere didn't move him. I dream in your Juma. I didn't me. What for me dream? My Juma mouth. My son is spending time, me energy, my risking my life. I hear Juma mouth. Not to say me call demonstrations and what you have become. What Jimmy, you catch them. Especially most teachers now, more teachers now, more, your bum check knowledge, you know. What means some Mahama bedadamo. You can be at some moment here. You can be at some moment here. We are Juma. I don't go demonstrations. I mean, Chauka. Podamwa. Will you vote for such person? Podamwa. Sabe, I genuine for more. Yeah, at the science too much. Most of you are starting Vianney, Kwana Moody, Munian Papa, starting Vianney Kwa, it's a gene protein, a nutrient in a
that's it.
Rapamame. Jimmy, fellas. Jimmy, those too much. No, the Pia Pania the Casa, the Pia the Casa, the Pia the Casa.
And they're still doing the same thing. They're still doing it.
Was it one demonstration? One go to sneakers among your demonstration.
No.
Yeah, before moment. Yeah, because when you have power, we
no.
Yeah, fellas, you're so by a bonia. Who don't sabe a bona no idea. Who did you know?
Get that pro no.
The Chabo Makaka, the Chabo Mahama Kakano, Befiati, you for
Sabe.
no one trouble about Umia.
But as Josie Yanko, Josie, I'm you too. When you too, to know, unmute yourself, Nyanko. About Josie. Okay. We knew what about me.
Hello, no,
and Pacho, we read that, Yanko. Joe, I do so, Yanko.
Oh, fellas, wait there. Michia will be our almost I'm judged for with Jimmy film so quality for what see a quada. Once I saw a Muslim Becassa now, any man wrong. Say, go now, I saw no best what they say. Well, I saw no best what they say. Just one person make us beyond.
Or see Jaicasa.
Jimmy, oh, yeah, they may full poor Cassa. Transform a could make her dinner Cassa. Was your four? And you be dear, but dear no. Young Town, my mom said, I know my mom says somewhere you don't know my with Diablo Chill. Near noon to fee, ever. I could get twice when you're kidding it. Smoking and Saban one more. Say, I didn't say. I bet on the swore. Nina galam say, music and you pray. When this in 4 p.m. say, or 2 gala good, no, and a bemin and yes, go, Nim say, would to me go school, and I say, well, would to me be a juma, and start telling Kakan, clad be a short to cut for. Mua, ye can't no matter have a so your network, or you and a moment, a good for the pencil, and yes, so a network, as I meet them feeling and what's your for. Omuyo manu den ne rich abogana no Kenny of our fellas say dear Mahama dum so no akoba agra da pa o ade da ya no adum kania
oh
no adum kania no so ani agra da na sesha
me ankasa me area since Sandra
so e say wani agra da nyame akata na mabonti anya na eja si otirim na akun the etwago e wo Ghana ngo so mpesu obedum kanea no yaka se ha baabia ai wode ne ho wa baabia dum so hene enti se woni agrada na akwahyehyɛ ho ensuo no bo ne ne nkofa nyanwanwa se February de enkensuo fa hene na eto enso na de da dum so no wakwagye agrada betu ne patiri so na wadum no eni obetimi adem 4 days ukokan yesiesie ensuo ni yesa no akeka wa yesi ni bia bomu ni ade ihye nua ne nhoma nkwakuo nwan gidie hia gidie mfata mo papa ya mo che ne koyi eka sei enyambia Ghana benefit ben ene de bebre ye kokwa akuafo no mo ba bia pagya no mo so ho hie mo sika mo famra wo mo no mo ne mo ka omo ha den man we omo nka asem ba mo busin ba ye adwuma wagimi kokko de ko famisi ka bre me na ade me bedi pan me enya me dross so ye de ye ka ho eno de mo hwe ho enka de bia papa we ba no akwati economic one aman na enya bia president vice president no edahima tuna contractor oti de ade a see ehu yo mo say vice president na ye the head of
economic management team aye
and so economically you who say ma me kan So happy mama eba aje wati ekon emankrofo ekokodi fufuo ni abunabunu ni ade ade e de ka esa abere o ma Ghana we eka sei we agenda na nkrofo na wayi wo mo no e wo mutiri mu no poso agene na se de be pipi agene no omunyi omu de no su kakra wo mu alagate no agene na wu e de be no mo de be ka ho ama oman no akwanim da bia wo de committee na ano baba jama akosua ne meko ya okoche yi wata akwati ho committee ena katai wan ena enim se ye to aba eni emetwaguo age akora ya wo no mo de na na e wo fom because mo de jewie ni so oboro na mo de ena mo so ma upgrade mo na baba de mo ko 32 eno kora ma mi na kwoto twede kan 5000 TV se ukura 2000 ukura ubenya bi bo ma kira wo se TV na ndisi ni obeyi se free SHS wo ho de baje nkokon ketinketi ye ni se wo turu ma na de ye esumbu bi enti na sia ye be ka tese ye ma akoko ani ama akosa aka ho no ne ye so de be campaign wankosia ni makwati mi yesu ya ba ama obi awe ne dia ye de be upgrade ne kakra ko se na na edi kosia na aso na pampam e de amam because mo krampa de pa abaifuo we watu fia onko bani NDC ayeti se fie bayi aso ne wo sire enso ono ana ye wo de bia ye kwaye ni mu ani akofa ko musuo fuoi wo ma ba be boni paso bo wo ma be kan se magu ni paso wo ketre maneda wo manum ye ka kire wa de me gye de so o ma sefuo ni ise tan wo na ogoda ada ifo because entidi ebe pa na NDC ye nkrofo na nyame nwanwa sanya na anto because 100,000 ne die en sheda nya yi bia enti yan ne ebo bibi gu ye so ahoye ahonhom ebe wura MPP mu ene pesemi nkuminya kasa bebrebe me wo fedi ba bi lobo yo adapo ene wo jeje ne ho wa America nkobie de aka ne so o yes no ya hana manake kabo ene me mamu breaking news ai omunyina ka ho ne anya akoma ama Ghana for ami amreki 8 no because 8 ne de na de da kwa me shop for do nyuma opoye eti ne bia fa to ya wo se communicators no muntimi nka ya ba be kan ade me se me ko ayi abofo anya abofo akoma dan me twa me ni hwe ni fa so dan ne go wo kire si na dan wana babesi dan we go we school ben no o mo si university na si sa o si akufo do na ese me si nana one fa feles penny kwahwe me nkasa yesi me ami de mani ehun bi di gadochi papa na djuma wo boy no ekwan wo ye ndisi bai wo di pikasi abansu asole am ya so kwa didi na na si beda ado ya cement for eten na si beda so ma ama asaje ya pi ni so enso ye hu so di pikasi kwa du ko se kufu ado aye niema bebra na oba wo to aso na nso sika no ma community no ene ono ani record papa ma me ka kire Ghana fo okwa ya ma ne bosia no enti na wonya sika ntu akuafo no enti se la yi omu tete niema bi so we ya ne ya se aka so amefo interchange no eno bi ne ekon han abere akuafo no me ka kire wo ne me ka bi omu tete so because Mahama no oni credibility awadi kwagina ho ami ede bosia bono amani bidi abebu mai because omunim se ye de mano kro mfanya ade papa utibenya sika ma abakofa Anthony Joshua ebe ni nam ha I show speed no kwasi ampani okoje to abla kwai ni tiri ho se bibuchi ayakwa ho ntweman ekoma no friends passport obi be kan yank na dwuma ebo na ba di awrepo ebe part no is alive na pantan sekwefo acha wono ni yiri we di se otumfo abrafo ebedi na tem ono ade a wo mu ye na ni se sika no entuakiafo enyambia Ghana ekofo adom promote ye dada abrochire wo mu ba afibia amebi mu kura ba apply citizenship ade we nya I show speed and the dey to ma app ne so Ghana ya bobra dada ana do adawroma free beyond any one way wo mu ba Mokura buy and a swat because Omo see the standard of living, Omuba Matebala is so, and Yama Subwati. Entin enema omo ba ne so tie enam se anim guase be kamunti ena mo kofa so speed no bane nam ha e bo ketutwe ato Ghana fo so meanwhile kriafo no no makofa kokko a hya ne nsem e kare mi wa do kokko no so ntwea ne dan se munum nyansa na wo nkrofo farmers opetimi de ne yam kom no de akodo afuo wo mo so yamfanya wa mo botani kuraba na ye yiye eni magi no aye yiye magi ye sei banchi di nti na wo so bi de banchi male be dada.
All right, rapomame na
ti de anu teacher for asem de me ka bi mimi bia yamfani wo momo na pe bi wo ye come on graceful human beings ba ko e teacher for nurse for kura de e teacher for wo de man kura won to ma omo teacher ni a development we nyina timi bi na no ka tira we say 8 years was a baby ba na we obehunu nyansa it of affiliate me na no si obi nto asoma.
All right, Baumia san yanko.
Mr. Palace, Chiao.
So
Mama, it is possible. Yeah. Also, home media and swatch a phone. I say you you could a jala labina. Yeah, boy, home didn't say a bitch me a day a tournament. But church we have 4 platforms. Mr. Palace,
yes,
kind of a percent. Some kaka.
Go ahead.
MPP, Mrebi or Horn, but you say.
Go ahead.
Okay. Mrebi or Horn must say, answer as a so be so life as a communicator, no beboa party no. Mrebi sequences any pan own to me, Yana, Padaroma.
Sign can it be you?
The same Busa say, if say, Obi per se, Ebia or Galamsey site, only the Akoso, and Yama Akoso no enye. Ebia was so big to announce so camera seems to say, or your communicator, or bois. I can't the Yama Bonnie Akoso, Galamsey site, or Eddie Abois. I'm a real senior, and Mrebisi Quayana, New Patriotic Party.
I'm Rensi Quay, adding.
Okay.
It be depending on their whole year do because some of the properties are private properties. It's own to me in video on a private property. Law no American. Law no keke no me.
You say sample for what she shall see and you want to Galamsey no. And I want more by the wasso. What you say? And the best of you. Now when you be power the fat one more chua also best
yeah.
And TV now you call position. See a shiny may because you're nearby that's
okay. Queen, when I say Mr. Fence, me don't know.
Oh, minim, Tally, minim pa. Go ahead with your submission, bro.
And then sanity there. Yes, sir. New Patriotic Party in Penny for. Yeah, no UTB. Yeah, they communicators. I Juma. Yeah, cool school no dear. It's almost a fee. And what people say about 2 bed. Omunjai. There's you another strategy in formality for the party. Now, it is possible. As I know, a cast in Benjamin Queen. A dear Japan said, Unu bitifi. Now we fewer. On a channel like Donald Channel, what I be on a back of Mamma. Now, I give it beer. Or don't some come out town for. Hey, Yapa. Chebia New Patriotic Party election lose 2024 no the party executives ni bi amboy kra it is say enyama ekoswe nke be chi obi obo wotu ho ma na wapia bonten a wate se ya chi obi na wo edi aka do na mo no esonkofo ya chi o ma yem the pass ya chi o mo yancho mun yancho mu binkan e bi so send pay senkoyo obusuani a e ka don sabebo oyem be kam de kwa kusi say party executives no e bin ma fa party ni say eye o ma japade bi na say if say o pebibi na ne insan ka so 10 year gaze. A beer for parties or what Japadi. Say, a beer or Shassan could be beba. And an in Sabaka be done in San Can, so 10 year gaze. But 10 chessa. Even a Kubia or Marai guide you. Mr. Franks, me the best one, Matua, Abambonia, El Coso.
Yanko.
As a Yabrenisha. As to be said,
baby, Yanko.
Yamian Mukweni. Say, kill government are buying. It's me actually. Honorable Kofi of Osun Kansan. Yes, Romo. Omo release Koko Yafusi Kamfamo. So much younger daji. Actually, Honorable Kofi of Osun Kansan. Koko Yafusi Kano. Adian Chemu releasing from home. Then I put me at the money, yasa. Krianina Gia Nikoko. Say, and no near Japade wait with their shedding Moscow. I don't need Japade wait with their shift. I don't need Japade wait with their wako. And deep your bite so and quite be out. I have few more than you. I say, Ghana for ya getting corso. I have few more than you. And a mobile bon tiba catcher say, and I don't quack for. Come on, tia could ya son. Cocoa price and guess what they can. Cocoa is kind of brosa. About a chim. What a farmer could phone on sofa. A true baby. It is Sadia when the bowman and they boom mine. Sana bow me as bay. At the sign and trollum contum points away. At the 2 we are 14. Am I for Cotua by the tia, new patriotic party. And nay, Oba can't say, Cocoa, essay, Anpa, 9 years, 6,000, 7,000. As not cocoa no price beer. A walk from pa, so I'm buying the best cocoa, the price no. At the cost, you could do 3,100. And then the Wabaka say, Cocoa, let's see a top brosa, near top brosa, or buy ya a Krafusi Kanya day, and back. At then, with me at the money, yasa. It is a query yale. No pescato, do not in cocoa, cocoa catch this is come my. That's a query wooer. Who be so soon, so son of me, and about war by no. Who would say, in ya, or ya buying, but at the also. It is much by honorable coffee of Sun Cancer. Edia, the one yas and be a tiana dia. Edia Srama Papa Bonena Mubu, Yanshebe, Yamudia Quiafono. Ufo Musica Momo, say, and Meruafon Cocrafuma. Ya Pamo Mamma Babetefi. You didn't that I say, my Baba, what's any mapoto? What says school? A Quambia so for the first one, Sicadia Moma, Cuscuni, the Mope, Jessam, Urizi, Coco Fusika Fanya Day.
All right.
Samijan fee, yesterday. Coco Nidia, and say, sorry, good Nidia, and say, wasn't good what to Aboka. It would be a Kakana Canon. What the one my name to me, Coco Fusika Moma. What the Pabosia for Momu, Joko Foka. Now, man for a bray, a beat in painting qua, a bee soup, a bee brepa. Ima, my fan of that topic, Medase.
Ima, Yanko. Ima, Mr. Ima, Emmanuel. You to why? When you to on you to Nakasa. All right, Dante say on corner time when you Mami and tell me to me and sorry so. Are we going to be hold on one for me? Facebook, YouTube, yeah, the SEO. Yeah, the SEO. When you may MY, when you may Adoma Friday, you best say I then. All right, me that say. Bye bye. But hold on, Okasa.